Welcome back to Stream Dreamin', everyone. I'm glad you're here. The Airstream Basecamp is unique, both in the Airstream line and in the RV universe as a whole. Here are the top 5 design features that set it apart. First and foremost, its aggressive departure angle. Now this is a term you don't hear every day, so let's define it. Simply stated, it's the angle between the bottom of the trailer and the road. Most trailer bottoms are parallel with the road, but the tail of the Basecamp angles upward. I'll show you what I mean. Let's start at the wheel and work our way back to the tail. Notice how the underside of the trailer is higher at the rearmost point than it is just aft of the wheel. It's this feature more than any other that sets Basecamp apart from the rest of the Airstream line. You can add a 3, 4, or 6-inch lift to a Bambi and it still won't go everywhere a Basecamp will, because the Basecamp's aggressive departure angle keeps the rear of the trailer from scraping the ground when you cross dry riverbeds and such. More succinctly, it enables you to tow your Basecamp through swells and dips without tearing the back end of the trailer off. Number 2, the rear hatch. It's not a door. Look at it. They stole this from NASA. This thing is right out of the Apollo program and easily the most distinctive feature of the Basecamp. It opens wide to allow easy access to the interior for loading large gear like bikes, kayaks, or camping equipment, and it single-handedly turns the rear of the trailer into a cargo bay, making the Basecamp extremely versatile for adventure seekers who need to bring bulky items along on their trips. It's also incredibly convenient for everyday accessories, and it occasionally turns the Basecamp into a photographic blind. I simply open the door, set up my tripod, adjust the screen, and lay on my bed. I photographed everything from pronghorn antelope to wild turkeys with this setup. Number 3, the rear sleeping area. Lots of RVs have rear sleeping areas, but the Basecamp's convertible lounge and bed system in the rear of the trailer is fairly unique. Face it, the 16-foot Basecamp is small, and the 20-foot Basecamp isn't large by any standard, which makes the versatility of the space all the more valuable. A game changer, if you will. The seating area can be transformed into not 1, but 3 different bed configurations: separate twin beds, a king bed with your head by the rear door, or a queen bed configuration that gives you the choice of putting your head by the rear door or either side of the trailer. And, for the record, you won't get a sleeping space this big in any other Airstream under 23 feet. Best of all, it's not an all-or-nothing game here. Basecamp allows for partial conversions, so you can keep a section of the seating or part of the sleeping space intact while converting the other section to a bed or storage area. I started with the king configuration. I mean, given a choice, I'll take a king bed over a twin bed every time. But I found the king bed incredibly difficult to make up, and there wasn't enough clearance under the bed for my generator. The queen configuration solved both of these issues. It's easy to make up in the morning, and my generator has a separate space reserved just for it. Number 4, off-grid capability. The Basecamp is pre-wired for solar, but you'll need to opt for the solar package or add panels, an MPPT, and some lithium-ion batteries on your own if you want to spend any real time in the boonies. Now, the solar package from Airstream is spendy. It's also first-rate gear. Having said that, there are a lot of battery and panel options out there now. Personally, I think it's worth researching before you buy. The advantage here is having the trailer pre-wired for solar. That's huge. It makes adding a system designed to meet your unique needs so much easier. And if you're even a little bit handy, chances are you can do most, if not all of the work yourself. I did. You can put the panels on the roof and or take advantage of the external solar port near the front of the trailer for portable panels. Now, don't dismiss the value of that port or of portable panels. They are nowhere near as convenient as roof-mounted panels, but unlike the panels mounted on the roof, portable panels can be moved around. Hence, you can park your Basecamp in the shade and put your portable panels in the sunlight. Number 5. This 5th slot is a bit tough. The rock guards are a big part of Basecamp's ruggedness, as are the tires, the plastic propane house, the outdoor shower, the LP Quick Connect, and the Keter rail. The panorama view through the front windows is spectacular. It's wicked cool. But for this 5th slot, I'm going with Basecamp's interior, both the layout and the materials. Sound surprising? Well, here's why. Basecamp is a bit of an identity crisis for Airstream. You see, Airstream is generally regarded as a manufacturer of luxury trailers. They also manufacture base camps, which are not luxury trailers. They are, as the name implies, a home base for outdoor adventures. A base camp is typically compact, efficient, and well organized, providing all the essentials needed for the journey ahead. The Airstream Basecamp mirrors this ideal in a compact footprint. But the interior is not the least bit glamorous. It's all business. The cushions are covered in a sprawling marine fabric. The floor is covered in seamless vinyl. Neither one of these was chosen for its beauty or elegance. They were chosen because they can handle the rugged environments Airstream designed the trailer to visit. Getting off the beaten path means you might return soaking wet or half frozen and covered in ice and snow, dripping with sweat in the desert heat, dusty or muddy, or in desperate need of sleep in the middle of the day. Well, guess what? Those cushions won't mildew, the floor is easy to mop up, the window shades are easy to open and close, and are especially efficient at turning day to night. For me, Basecamp is a tool. It allows me to stay closer to the things I want to photograph, which means I spend less time traveling and more time doing the things I love. And the roads to those places aren't always the best. As a landscape and nature photographer, I get up well before sunrise, and I'm out well after sunset. I can't tell you how many times I've returned midday soaking wet, half frozen, or exhausted. I close the blinds, crawl in bed, and catch a few hours of sleep. Get up, cook a good meal, and head out for the golden and blue hours. Come back, shower, crawl in bed, get up at dark 30 to do it all over again. And my schedule's even worse when I'm doing astrophotography. I'm pretty sure that's the longest-winded endorsement of the window shades you're ever going to hear, but I truly love that feature. There's no light peeking between the blinds and the walls, no short shades, no leaks in the seams. If you need to turn day to night, the Basecamp is for you. All right, there you have it. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, share it, subscribe, do all four, and come back next week. In the meantime, whatever you do, wherever you go, make it an adventure.